welcome to Shooby Dooby Doo Up, a podcast where we talk about pop music, specifically by deep diving a randomly chosen UK top 10 singles chart from the past. I'm Andy Robinson.
I'm James Cook.
And which randomly selected UK singles top 10 chart from the past are we looking at this week, James?
It's from the 4th of December 2001.
That's right. You can always check out the music we put in our descriptions for all the tracks we have discussed in part one, all the ones we are going to discuss in part two, the top five essentially. And there's another half a dozen songs on this playlist and this chart. James, why?
Because we do a Patreon-only bonus tracks episode for the very kind people who bung us a couple of quid to keep this show going. You can become one of them. Just go to patreon.com/ShoobyPodcast.
We'd appreciate it. Otherwise, should we just recount what's happened in part one, numbers 10 to 6 of his 2001 chart?
Okay, I'll try and be as positive as I can.
Yeah, let's point this out. We were slightly grumpy, weren't we, in part one about the records coming up. I'm just having a little look at what's happening in the future. I feel a bit like Russell Brand looking for his favourite Bible verse. It's going to be a bit grumpy still. All right then. Down 6 to number 10 this week. It's Queen of My Heart by Westlife.
A classic Westlife song in that it's a totally forgettable number one hit.
So you're being more positive, okay?
Yep.
At number 9, it's a new entry. It's Basement Jaxx asking, "Where's your head at?"
And my head is in this song. I think it's amazing. It's the proper spirit of rock and roll in a thumping dance track about singing monkeys.
Down 6 to number 8 this week. It's If You Come Back by Blue.
Well, it's less forgettable than Queen of My Heart by Wesley. I think this is a perfectly decent boy band ballad.
At number 7, straight in. That's right. It's Jerry Halliwell and She's Calling.
Yeah, a siren who will not be tempting any sailors to their deaths.
And a new entry straight in at number 6. It's only Kate Winslet asking, "What if?"
And what if she had more of a singing career? Would she have put out a more interesting single at some point?
You can listen to all these songs as we mentioned in our playlist. Please rate, review, subscribe, share, follow, comment on, and, live a happy life. That's important. We say this at the beginning. Should we do numbers 5 to 1?
Number 5.
Down 2 places to number 5. It's Who Do You Love Now by Reva featuring Danny Minogue.
All right, James, we like to be specific on this. In some iterations of this song, I've seen it called Who Do You Love Now, open bracket, stringer, close bracket. Are you familiar with that?
Yeah.
What does a stringer do in the bracket, do you think? You're a big fan of bracket work, usually.
Yeah, I've no idea.
No, mate.
Oh, because it is based on like another song called Stringer, based on like a backing track called Stringer.
That makes sense.
But it's got nothing to do with the song, the lyrics.
I've also seen Chocolate Puma being credited.
Okay, so, right, Reva is a pseudonym used by DJs Gaston Steenskist and René ter Horst from the Netherlands, who are now known as Chocolate Puma. But for this single, they were called Reva, and they were called something else in the 90s as well.
Go on, give me a clue.
They had a number 5 hit in 1993 under the name The Good Men. Do you remember that song? It was called Give It Up.
No, it's a dim and distant bell. I can't claim.
It had lots of drumming in it.
Okay.
Yeah, and it would be sampled by Simply Red on the worst record ever released, Fairground.
I knew you were going to say Fairground. You hate that record, don't you?
I do. I really hate that record.
Right.
That's why people will be saying it's Chocolate Puma, because that's what they're called now. But of course, it's not just Reva, of course. It's Danny Minogue, who I was thinking about it. She is one of my 3 favourite Minogues.
Kylie, of course. Who's the third?
There's Officer Minogue, a character in Wellington Paranormal, the New Zealand sitcom.
Okay. Nicholas Bombardier on YouTube comments under this song says, "My favourite Australian sisters in the world." So I couldn't think of any Australian sisters.
There must be some.
Yeah, they've got sisters in Australia, haven't they?
Yeah.
You put comments in below if you know of anyone. I mean, sisters in pop music, there's Beyonce and, as I like to call her, Solange, just for the rhyme, Solange. So there's that, isn't there? Who else did I have a look at? So I was struggling to think of sisters. In the top 10 in the charts, at least. There's loads in country music and that, but, Okay. All right, then. Double Trouble on YouTube says, I'd love to date Kylie and Danny at the same time.
Would it be a monogartoire?
Yeah.
I like this.
Yes, I was not feeling it until this morning. I put it on just before we started this, and all of a sudden I was going, hang on, this is working. Strange. It's got a whip crack in it. A big whip crack.
Yep. It reminded me of the kind of stuff that Royksop did on their second album,
Oh, hello. All right, then.
which I was into. Yeah. And it's got a sort of melancholy to the lyrics and the melody.
As another 7 records in this week's top 10 go on about, it's all about who do you love now. It's hard to break a habit. A moment of coldness cuts through me. I've tried to remember why I don't leave. Asking the question, who do you love now? It's another song of a lament, isn't it?
Well, Andy, who do you love now?
I love you. Who do you love?
Not fishing for compliments. I'm just asking.
Who do I love now?
Yeah.
In pop music? Or
As of this
specifically?
moment.
Paul McCartney. He will remain in my heart forever.
Yeah. Thought so. The lyrics.
Who do you love now?
I love Victoria Horn.
Who's she?
She wrote the lyrics to this. Accomplished show jumper and former member of the New Seekers, Victoria Horn, sometimes known as Lady V.
Is
Professionally.
that right?
Yes. I also love Danny Minogue.
Do you?
Yes, off of Home and Away. Her 5th of 9 UK top 10 singles and first for 4 years, sparking a sort of mini Danny renaissance, a Danny-sance, if you will. Her next 4 singles would also be in the top 10s. And you mentioned that her sister is knocking around in the rest of the chart with Can't Get You Out of My Head.
A classic.
And this is Danny going, oh, I can do a song over a dancey beat as well. Do you remember when she was on the X Factor?
No.
Danny
I don't watch the X Factor, so...
Oh, okay. She was a judge on Series 4 of the X Factor and mentored both finalists,
Okay.
Leon Jackson and Ridian. During the 5th series, Noel Gallagher questioned her credentials as a judge, which led to her breaking down in tears during a live broadcast. But she would rally and come back for Series 6, where not only did she mentor the finalist and sort your life out expert Stacey Solomon, but the X Factor contestant with the best name to say in the X Factor announcer voice, which is, of course, Rachel Adedeji.
I was thinking of X Factor. You know, in the part 1 we did Basement Jack's Where's Your Head At?
Yeah.
And I said sometimes I think that when people are talking at me, I think, where's your head at? Another one, I think, this came from an X Factor. I can't remember who it was. I was trying to have a look, but I couldn't be bothered in a way. There's somebody on X Factor once who did an audition, and Simon Cowell told them they were no good and deluded. And she went, where'd you keep your brain? In your middle toe? And for some reason, that pops up in my head for 25 years since, so here we are.
My kids are obsessed with bad X Factor auditions, which are all on YouTube. The 2 guys singing Mysterious Girl, where one guy's singing it and the other's going, Mysterious Girl, like that.
Yeah.
And
One
then
time.
the woman... Yeah, and then the woman who comes in and she rips, because they all got a number on them, an audition number. She takes it off and goes, I'm taking this off because I am not a number. My kids watch those all the time.
As a little reference to Patrick McGowan from The Prisoner, while we're talking pop culture, she's not a number, she's a failed singer. Not failed. I love people having a sing, don't like to criticise it. Do we?
Well,
Actually, I'm just thinking about part 1. We did a lot of criticising of people who do sing, you know what I think.
I don't think we weren't vicious with it.
No, we're
Were
just
we?
messing around. We love all pop music. As Nile Rodgers once said, any record that gets in the top 10 must be good because people have related to it. We're talking of relationship. Roboman on YouTube. This is good. It's about this record. This is this Who Do You Love Now? This lush dance track, let's call it. Yeah. Rubberman says, music has a language that all can understand. There is a frequency that resonates deeply in the soul when a perfect piece of musical art is heard in the feet and in the heart. Lovely, yeah?
Can't they just say they like it?
All right, then this is another way of saying I like it from Morrison 8. He says, underrated track. Used to love it back in the day. Ready for the lasers off my twat on Mandy. It's context, isn't it? These how you feel about these records.
But I couldn't remember this at all
Nor
from
me,
the
nor
time.
me.
This was brand new to me this week, and I've got into it. I really like it. In the video, it's Danny Minogue is kind of in some kind of weird version of Tron.
Loads of people were saying they were there because this track was featured heavily in an episode of The Bill.
Was it?
We do it in part
What?
one, didn't we? We talk about
The
it.
Bill?
Yeah, loads of people. You can imagine it, can't you? Some club scene where someone's selling some dodgy junior disprin or something.
Do you think, therefore, that it went on to influence LaRue, whose mom was in The Bill?
That's right. We've talked about that in the past.
Yeah.
Pop star LaRue.
It's not a million miles away from what LaRue does, is it?
That's good. Let's bring a bit of our personal experience into it. I did a lot of television warm-ups. I've talked about this in the past, haven't I, James?
Yeah.
Around this time, I was doing television warm-ups for the Fast Show. Yeah, I've mentioned that. Remember once, though, around the time I had a joke about Kylie Minogue that used to go. I can't remember the joke. I was trying to think of it. It was something.
Something like my mother-in-law's Kylie Minogue, something like that.
Listen to part one for that context. And then I told this joke, doing my warm-up, and I always got a laugh, and I told it in other contexts, and all of a sudden I thought, why is no one laughing at this joke? Why is everyone looking at the bottom right-hand corner of the audience? It's because Danny Minogue was sitting there. It was
Okay.
humiliating.
Was it derogatory about Kylie Minogue?
Not really, but it wasn't celebratory, I suppose, It made me think about context, doesn't it? Telling a joke when someone's in the room. I'm not telling any more jokes about mother-in-laws. I know that's a fact. Anyway, a lot of people were saying before Kylie, Danny had a career on Young Talent Time in Australia. So a lot of people are saying she's the first Minogue sister who's a pop star, really. So don't dismiss her because just being for Kylie's sister.
She was more of a child star than her sister was.
She features in a new television program called I Kissed a Boy. Are you aware of this show?
And I Kissed a Girl.
Both.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not new. It was about 10 years ago, I think.
That's new. I think this chart is new. 2001. I think
It was 25 years ago.
So disconcerting, isn't it?
Number 4.
It's a new entry at number 4. It's Hearsay with Everybody.
Yeah, their third of 4 top 10 singles. All 4 of their singles got to at least number 6, and the first 2 were number 1s. So this is the first time they haven't had a number 1.
Let's point out who Hearsay are first.
Well, they came about through a TV show called Pop Stars, which was a documentary about putting together a pop group.
Was it not X Factor or one of them? It was a
No,
different...
This was before then. This was like before all of that. So it had auditions, a bit like X Factor, where there were good people and bad people, and then they would take the good singers and they put them in various different iterations, and then try them in different bands. And basically from that show we got Hearsay, who won it. We got Liberty X, who were like the 5 rejected contestants who came together and put a band together, and we got Darius Dinesh.
We have talked of Liberty X before with their single Just a Little Bit, haven't we?
Yeah.
I saw an advert probably because I was looking at 2001 music, and you get suggested stuff by the algorithm, but Liberty X have just done an advert for Lidl. You can
Little TX.
You can see where this is going just a little bit.
Oh, okay.
But the great thing about it, it's not a 30-second clip. They go for it. It's a 4-minute song with college, all dressed in their PVC and leather still. It's pretty good.
In the middle aisle.
Yeah, all that stuff, So I liked you saying about what you call them, Little TX. I always thought Hearsay was a very poor name for a band. Really, what does Hearsay mean?
But it's here and then an apostrophe and then say. Stop mucking around with it.
And also, hearsay means, I've heard this off somebody else, doesn't it? That's what it's used in court. So I always thought somebody else had decided they were good and you're going to hear them. So I don't know. It's only a little bit of nonsense, but I always thought it was a strange name.
Do you remember their first single?
Pure and Simple.
Pure and Simple.
Of course, absolute. I mean, this is why I didn't want to be too moany about all these bands, because Hearsay, that's a great record, isn't it?
Yeah, as is Never Ever by the All Saints.
Yeah.
Which Pure and Simple is basically the same as.
Do you think
Yeah.
Because of why? The melody.
Yeah, because it's the same.
I always remember at the time, this was the Pure and Simple. Let's do it, James, right here. This is, I like this. Do you mind?
Wherever you go, I
Let's
want
do it
to
in
be there.
Let's do it in the right key. Choose a key. Wherever you go, whatever you do, pure and simple. Wanna get nifty, pure and simple, gonna be there. Something like that, wasn't it? It's also
Never ever have I ever felt so low.
When you're
And
gonna
you're
take
gonna
me
kick
out
me
of
out
this
of this black hole.
Never. Oh, then that's good. It's also all around the world. There's a bunch of girls. See me back. Copyright. We have to do it for that. We are actually on our podcast. We are allowed to play the records, but we just think that's better, don't we?
Yeah. So they do that, and then they have another number one, and then they have this, Everybody, which sounds so much like Keep On Moving.
Everybody
Five,
on
doesn't it?
YouTube was saying, ironically, everybody was saying this sounds like Keep On Moving, yeah. Oh,
And how does the chorus go?
I can't remember. Tell me.
Everybody needs somebody to love.
Yes.
I've heard that before somewhere. It's very derivative, isn't it? It's very derivative.
Or you
And-
could claim it's mining a deep tradition, but yeah.
All right, fair enough. Written by Martin Harrington and Biffco.
Who they?
Wrote loads of stuff for the Spice Girls. Biffco also wrote Keep On Moving.
Okay. He's got a style, Biffco.
Yeah, they wrote it twice. Written by Andy Kane, whose writing credits include Fine Time.
Fine Time
Yeah.
by Cast.
Yaz.
Okay.
And Blame It on the Weatherman.
The Fantastic Bewitched, great
Yep.
record.
So this was kind of the end of Hearsay, this song, with their third single.
Yeah.
Because after this, Kim Marsh leaves. The rumour is that she had a big falling out with Mylene Klass.
Okay.
Then Hearsay replaced her with Johnny Shentel, who's married to Lisa Scott Lee from Steps.
I
And
wasn't
then,
so bothered about like for like. Hang on, that's very old-fashioned of me. 2001. My apologies.
and so they had plans for a third album with Johnny and Hearsay, but then that was scrapped. And in October 2002, they split up, citing abuse from the public as the reason.
Okay, well, that's made me tread much more carefully about this record then.
Why? What were you going to say?
Again, as I mentioned, part one, I can't really remember it. I'm not dismissing Hearsay. Again, when I was doing television warm-ups, I remember that around this time, distinctly, Hearsay popped into the BBC where I was at the time, and everyone was commenting on how excited they seemed to be pop stars. They were really loving their new role. That didn't last long, I hear. Or is it Hearsay?
There are essentially 5 working class kids who got a big break through a TV show. Well, maybe 4 working class kids and one other one. But the TV, I remember watching the documentary, and it was a documentary. It wasn't a game show like The X Factor and Pop Idol became. It had everything had already happened, and then we were watching the process.
Okay.
It was gripping stuff. It was the first time we'd seen anything like it. And, Noel and Danny and Kim, and they all seemed like such good kids and everything.
Suzanne, she another one.
Suzanne as well. She was Oh, we should say, you were saying about, you feel like this chart was quite recent, and actually it was 25 years ago. And I generally don't really like those kind of want to feel old things that happens on the internet. If you want to feel old, 2 of Hearsay are grandmothers.
Yeah, all right. I mean, in the video, as we mentioned in part one, it follows the early 2000 theme. Don't even just hanging around in a flat. Singing.
Yeah, just five mates just sort of hanging out, having a great time, doing a dance.
Just joshing about.
Stuff like that.
Fun. Yeah.
Should we talk about what's happened to the members of Hearsay since?
Is it tragic?
Not really.
All right, then
who
let's
do
do it.
you want to hear about? Who do you want to hear about?
Mylene, I'm sort of familiar with. Is she a radio presenter still to these days and all
Yes,
that?
she is. Mylene Klass had a number 1 hit way before Hearsay were even a thing.
Is that right?
Yes, because she is in the children's choir on Mistletoe and Wine.
That's good.
Yes.
Nice.
She would go on to come second on I'm a Celebrity in 2006, behind Matt from Busted, but ahead of Jason Donovan, Dean Gaffney, and Jan Leeming. But she would win the I'm a Celebrity Legends series in 2023, beating Sean Ryder, Dean Gaffney again, and Fatima Whitbread.
Cool.
She also came last on Series 13 of Dancing on Ice, behind Jason Donovan, Revenge, Matt Richardson, comedian of our that we know, and eventual winner, Sunny J.
Okay. She caused Marlene class on Celebrity, didn't she? Because she had a shower, essentially. Good old Britain.
Yeah.
Good old Britain responding in the way it does.
And do you remember when else she caused a stir on Loose Women?
No?
When she pointed at a glass of water in front of Ed Miliband and said, "You can't just point at things and tax them." Because that's where we are now. Who else do you want to know about?
Let me remember some name. Danny
Foster, now singing with Danny Foster and the Big Soul Corporation, which is like a touring Souls covers band, and founder of the Daily Positive Actions community. And I read up about it on the internet, and I still have no idea what it actually is.
Fair enough. What about Suzanne? What's she up to?
Suzanne Shaw?
Is she all right, Suzanne? Suzanne and Kim, by the way, two of my mum's friends.
Yeah. Suzanne won the third series of Dancing on Ice, so suck it, Mylene, ahead of Gareth Gates, Samantha Mumba and Steve Backley. Was in Emmerdale for about a year and has done loads of musicals and is one of the nanas.
We've missed Kim. What's she up to?
Kim, the only member to have any chart success post-Hearsay. She had 2 top 10 singles in 2003. She was in Hollyoaks. She was in Coronation Street for ages. She was in Waterloo Road. She hosts Morning Live. She came 6th on Strictly in 2022, behind Fleur East and Molly Rainford, but ahead of Matt Goss, Ellie Simmons and Tony Adams is the other nana.
Weirdly, there's loads of nanas in this record, isn't there?
They were predicting the future. Noel Sullivan from Hearsay is the only member of Hearsay that I've seen live, because he went on to do loads of musical theatre, including in the Steve Martin role in Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, which I saw, and he was pretty good.
Was he funny?
Yeah, he was great. He's charming and, capable and charismatic. Yeah, it was good. Good for him.
I like you mentioning the working class. In the part 1, when we were talking about Blue, loads of comments in YouTube were saying the thing about Blue is they were all mates before they did this. So the notion that they're not a manufactured pop band is appealing to people, isn't it? I mean, when let's call it proper bands, not boy band, bands with guitars and drums. Oh my God, the real thing. I'm being deeply ironic. But when they're
proper music,
guitars, drums. But people like the notion of a group of childhood friends, don't they? Sort of forming something rather than something put together. It connects with people. At least for 3 records, it did. With Hearsay.
Number 3.
It's a new entry at number 3. It's ResuRection by PPK. And I say that because for some reason, first of all, they spelt resurrection incorrectly because there are 3 R's in it, not 2. Yeah. And for some reason, the second R they put as a capital letter, like it's 2 words, ResuRection. No idea what's going on there.
They're just exploring themselves, aren't they? Free speech.
After Hearsay, now this. Yeah. What is going on to the English language? But I will say this. This is the first song by a Russian act to get into the UK top 10 ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's worth celebrating, isn't it?
Let's celebrate like the Russians do by drinking vodka and having fascism.
I hear that Hearsay, just before them, were struggling from some Novichok poisoning.
Is that what you're saying? That PPK poisoned everyone in the chart and that's how they got in there?
I've decided to lean into that for some silly reason.
Okay.
I don't remember anything about this record again. It's an instrumental, isn't it? I always stuff for a little bit of instrumentals. They're not my favourite. I like the words, don't I? But it's just slightly annoying to me, this one. Paul Oakenfold.
This is likely to be very short because there's no words, there's no video, and we don't really know much about Sergei Pimenov, Alexander Polyakov and Roman Korshov, the 3 members of PPK. But you can see they've taken the initials of their surnames, and that's where they got the name of the group.
It's a
from.
record for being off your head to and dancing, is it? It's not necessarily for sitting around discussing 25 years later on podcasts. It's certainly, as I learned this week, it's not for walking around the supermarket too with your
Yeah.
headphones on.
And it's not really a fun one, is it?
No.
It feels very functional, doesn't it?
I was surprised it was so high in the charts, but again, Nile Rodgers, you know what we're going to say. People must have loved it.
Well, you mentioned Paul Oakenfold. He signed them, and it's on his record label. Apparently, even in 2001, this was being downloaded off the internet, which was like a brand new thing to do at that point.
Okay.
The melody is based on a piece of music called Crusade by Edward Artemev from the 1979 movie Siberiade.
Really?
IMDb rating 7.9, which is a 4.5 hour long Soviet film about two feuding families over 60 years, apparently in real time.
As you say, there's very little to talk about, really. It's an instrumental record. It's drug influenced, I'm going to say. Well, you know,
Are you alleging that?
Paul Oakenfold, oh yeah, he's well known for everyone being clean living at his gigs. Paul Oakenfold, I must have a juice. Yeah, all right then. So we shouldn't, as you mentioned, ResuRection.
Yeah.
We should maybe, they're not saying anything, are they, about resurrection, essentially?
Okay.
I mean, the Stone Roses claimed they were the resurrection. But
Does that mean the Stone Roses are this song?
Yeah. Shall we hear what other pop stars... I'm Russell Branding it again, looking through my notes. Shall we look what other pop stars have said about resurrection? Actually, they're not all pop stars, James, because, as I say, it's only the Stone Roses. Who said... Even if you're not Christian, just from being in our culture, you know Jesus and resurrection and redemption. Pretty tricky. This is going to be this week. I'm going to give you a clue.
Archbishop of Canterbury?
No, it could have been. You compare, in our previous podcast, you compare Eminem to being like his work. What do you always say Eminem is?
South Park?
Yeah. Who wrote South Park?
Oh, Trey Parker?
Woo-hoo-hoo. I'm going to give you 150,000 pop points for that because there's a lot of clues. Which pop star said, it's my luck to be at the frontier of what looks to be a resurrection of roots music.
Roots music, okay. Yeah. So...
A bit like Thru, you could claim he's some sort of child of nepotism. It's really being unfair, but, you know, we're only being silly.
Nepo baby and roots music?
Yes. I don't mean it's Nepo baby, we weren't being daft.
Oh, okay, so not a Nepo baby.
The son of a reggae legend.
Ziggy Marley.
Damian Marley.
Damian Marley.
Who said this? Usually my Easter reading consists of who moves a stone to remind me of the miracle of redemption and resurrection.
Is that the Archbishop of Canterbury?
No, I'm going to give you a clue. You've done a lot of reality television shows, haven't you? People doing that.
Well, I haven't, but I've talked about them. Yeah.
She was famous for being on one of the dancing ones, Strictly Come Dancing, and being rubbish. And
Anne Widdecombe.
You got it. Well done. You got that quick. How do you know that?
Oh, well, I'm a big fan.
Oh, this is an easy one. You can either have the resurrection or you can have Liberace. You can't have both.
Can I have Liberace, please?
Yes, it was Liberace. And finally...
Did Liberace say that?
Yeah.
What a legend.
It's good, isn't it? Who said, suggesting a married Jesus is one thing, but questioning the resurrection undermines Christian belief, according to this fella.
All right. Well, famously, it's a plot point in the Da Vinci Code, isn't it, that Jesus was married? So is this something to do with the Da Vinci Code? Is it Dan Brown? Is it?
Yeah.
Is Dan Brown?
Excellent.
Oh, I worked it out using my brain.
You've done better than you've done any other week there.
Yay.
Seems you are some expert in theology.
Thanks, PPK.
I've got another game I've invented while we're talking about an instrumental that we've got nothing to say about. Do you want to play it? Called What Do You Call a Superstar DJ Who... ... That's the game I've invented.
All right.
What do you call a superstar DJ who plays centre forward and misses a sitter?
Submiss a lot?
No, it would be Paul Open Goal.
Oh, okay. All right.
What do you call a superstar DJ who changes television channels a lot?
Full remote control.
You got it.
Okay.
What do you call superstar?
I was quite pleased with Sir Miss-a-Lot, by the way. Carry
It
on.
was good. It was good. I'm not saying it was wrong. Hey, there's no wrong answers here.
There are.
What do you call a superstar? I mean, they're all about Paul Oakenfold, essentially.
Okay.
What do you call a superstar DJ who's a damaged plaything?
Paul Brokendoll.
You got it, James.
Right.
All right, final one. What do you call a superstar DJ who has an inflamed anus?
Paul Swollen Hole.
You are doing great in the quizzes this week.
Yeah. I feel alive.
Number 2.
Down one to number 2. Last week's number 1. It's S Club asking, have you ever? No, I said S Club, didn't I? Just S Club. That's what it
S
says
Club
on there.
7.
Why is it on that thing you sent me just saying S Club then?
Because they keep changing their name. But at the time, they were S Club 7.
There was still 7 of them, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was still... Okay, first of all, this was a Children in Need charity fundraising single. And there's a version on the CD single, apparently, of them singing it with a choir of over 270,000 school children.
By me.
So they should be called S Club 270,000.
270,007, because you still got...
And 7, yes. No, you're absolutely right. It should be that. Their fourth of 4 number ones. They had 11 top 5 hits and 9 top 2 hits.
They were a phenomena, as they still are.
Yeah, well, yeah, because so there was S Club 7, and they break up not long after this. And then they just become S Club without a number. And then there's S Club Juniors, which then become S Club 8.
Right.
And now S Club are touring, but there are 5 of them.
Yes. I mean, 7's a magic number, isn't it? Notes in a musical scale.
Days of the Week. Deadly Sins.
Yeah. Colours of the Rainbow.
The film with Brad Pitt in it.
Hey, it's got a key change in it.
The River 7. 7 seconds. Are you in the door? And cherry.
Put comments below if you can think of other 7 things, unless it's 7 ways to tell us to shut up and get on with it.
It has got a key change in it. It feels a lot more growed up, doesn't it, than other S Club 7 stuff.
Again, this is one that's sort of spoilers when we do favourites, apart from Basement Jacks. I'm going to probably mention S Club 7. I found it the most appealing of this.
Okay.
Again, a song of yearning, a song of key changes, a song that's kind of, I can't really remember, but nonetheless.
What was it that you liked then?
Melody, and I liked I had a soft spot for S Club 7 because I've done so many other great records.
Yeah. I mean, it's more or less a Joe O'Meara single, this, isn't it? She's doing a lot of the work.
Yeah, she's singing lead on it. That's fair enough.
It is kind of, hey, we've all grown up now, and we're singing about real things, and where are they?
In the video?
Yeah, in the video.
They're dicking around some house again, aren't they?
Knocking around some house, which is what they all do. But they're all fed up and they're all on their own.
That's right. There's a strange shot of Paul, I believe. Paul Catamol, rest in peace, by the way. Thank you for your contribution to Panoply of Pop, genuinely. There's a bit where he's just fed up, doing some washing up. There's a strange clip where one of them, Rachel, I think, is watching the television and she's watching... I'm going to call them power windmills.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love that channel.
Yeah, you think, what are you watching that for?
The windmill channel.
So it's a mess, isn't it, the video, I feel?
It's just like they've all gone, hey, we should all go on holiday together. And then this is like 4 days in and they're all fed up with each other. There's been a row. Who's it written by?
I do not know.
Our old friend, Kathy Dennis.
Did she? Oh, well done, Kathy. Who wrote loads of other songs. Can't Get You Out of My Head, is that her?
Yep, Kylie.
So she got a few records in the top 40 this week. What else she wrote? Can you remember?
I Kissed a Girl.
That's right. Which we mentioned in Danny Minogue. So it's all the shoelaces are being tied together.
Also written with Chris Braid, who would write Anything Is Possible.
Don't know.
Will Young. And stuff for Sia, Beverly Knight, Brittany, Kylie. Andrew Frampton, who wrote Better Best Forgotten.
Who sang that?
Steps.
Ironic, since I have forgotten it. I'm weak this week, James. I'm usually brilliant at this game. I know you mentioned record. I'm brilliant. Is that a good word to describe it?
Well, I've got a few more. Let's see if you can get these.
All right.
The Club is Alive.
No.
JLS. I Want to Have Your Babies.
Oh, that was it Natasha Bedingfield?
Was this And The Man Who Can't Be Moved
Do not know.
by The Script.
Okay, my apologies. I bring much shame on pop podcasting this week.
You have. You are an awful, awful person. Do you want to know what the members of S Club 7 have been up to since this song?
I do, but just before you do that, the video was filmed in Ennis House, which was designed by Frank Lloyd Wright, so there's a fact I'd chuck in. Yeah, tell me what they're up to.
Who do you want to know about?
I'd like to know, first of all, about Tina. She was my favourite in a male gaze, terrible kind of way.
Did you know she was an original member of Mystique?
No, I didn't. Good fact.
But that was when they were called Face to Face, not Mystique. And I've looked with a jeweler's eyepiece to see, and I haven't been able to confirm it with my eyes, but apparently she is one of the showgirls in the This Is Hardcore video by Pulp.
Okay. We love that song. We talked about that in our bonus tracks once, didn't we? We were so enthusiastic about that record. All right, then tell me about Rachel.
Rachel Stevens would have 5 top 10 singles as a solo artist.
Yes.
She came second in Strictly in 2008, behind Tom Chambers, but ahead of Heather Small, Don Warrington and John Sargent. She came 10th in Dancing on Ice in 2022, behind Bez and a bunch of names I didn't recognise, and starred as Louisa the Dirty Girl in the movie Juice Bigelow European Gigolo, IMDb rating 4.7, and has had the great pleasure of meeting me.
Yes, she's always banging on about that, isn't she, Rachel
Yeah.
Stevens? What was she like when you met her, and what context? The hanging outside the house by the hedge doesn't count as meeting her, by the way.
She was I was working on a local radio station. She was doing a local radio station tour. She came to talk about her new single. She was tiny and sweet, and she said she liked my jumper.
You've never forgotten it.
I've never washed again.
I loved Rachel's Stevens solo singles. Some Girls, that was brilliant. Farewell, My LAX, that was great.
Yeah.
I said Never Again, but here we are. I mean, she did some bangers. I'm going to say Rachel.
Okay. Who else do you want to know about? I'm just testing your knowledge of the members of S Club 7.
The one who was in the Celebrity Big Brother racism scandal.
That'd be Joe, the main singer on this song.
Can never shake it with her when I watch her, I must admit.
Had a solo number 13 hit in 2005 with What Hurts the Most, and yes, was at the centre of a bullying row when she was on Celebrity Big Brother in 2007, when it was her, Danielle Lloyd and Jade Goody against Shilpa Shetty, the Bollywood star.
It was unpleasant. However, we're talking about 25 years ago. We mentioned in part one in the intro that the Labour Party were on a surge of popularity. We were talking about racism, and 25 years later, I mean, S Club 7 being an idiot in Big Brother seems small potatoes. Let's move on.
Well,
Who else?
It wasn't all of S Club 7. They weren't all doing it.
They were all
It was
there.
sort of in harmony singing.
Caused a global stir, though, didn't it? That
Yeah.
notion. Oh, it doesn't matter. Go on. Tell us something happier.
Hannah Spirit went on to be in the TV show Primeval, also in Casualty and EastEnders, and the movie Seed of Chucky, the 5th Child's Play movie, IMDb rating 4.9. Her uncle Eddie Spirit played 200 times for Brighton and Hove Albion.
Good.
That's all the girls. And then the boys, you've got Bradley McIntosh, whose parents, Steve and Lorraine, were in a band called The Cool Notes, who got to number 11 in 1985 with Spend the Night. There's John Lee, who hilariously has the same name as my oldest childhood friend and best man at my wedding. So it always makes me laugh. What has he got to do with Billy Fury?
John Lee?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He plays Billy Fury in the movie Telstar.
Okay, about Joe Meek, the
About Joe
record
Meek,
producer. Yeah, right then.
And Paul Catamol, who you alluded to, is no longer with us, died in 2023 of heart failure at a ridiculously young age.
Yeah, tragic.
He had not had the best time of it since leaving S Club 7. He was the first one to leave. He was declared bankrupt in 2014 and sold his Brit Award for Best British Breakthrough Act on eBay for £66,000.
Blimey.
But the winning bidder never paid up. He sold his Brit for best British single for "Don't Stop Moving" for £3,000. Talked quite openly about his financial difficulties, including on a TV appearance on Loose Women in 2018. In 2019, he appeared on the TV show First Dates Hotel, where he was hooked up with someone 15 years his junior who only wanted to be friends, and then he broke down in tears on the show.
Have you ever loved and lost somebody? Wish there was a chance. Let's do it. It's a pretty tune, isn't it? It's one that sticks in my head. Somebody wish that there was a chance to just say sorry. Can't you see? That's the way I feel about you and me, baby. Have you ever? So, this is one that sticks in my head.
Good, because every time I read the name of the song, "Have You Ever," in my head it either goes, "Have you ever seen the day?" or it goes, that song that's like, "Have you ever, what a swell party this is."
Well, yeah, Did You Ever, that is by Get Yeah. It just reminds me, I was singing Did You Ever by Elvis, so yeah, all right then. I wouldn't blame you for that. You'll be relieved to know.
It's such a weird song to have as the children in need song as well, though, isn't it? Because it's all about...
They're usually fun, aren't they? And you know, a celebration of some kind. This is a tale of heartache and heartbreak.
The UK's number 1.
It's a new entry at number 1, the first of 2 consecutive weeks, and then there'll be about a month break, and then it'll be number 1 again. It's Gotta Get Through This by Daniel Bedingfield, which is the shortest song on this chart by a good 40 seconds.
Okay, that's a good stat. You've done that yourself. You haven't Googled that, have you?
No, I don't Google any of this.
You just know all these mass
Just
singers.
learn it. Just learn it.
Yeah, all right then. Did you like this record?
You know, I did.
It's all right, isn't it? Again, you know, there's something. It sounds different to the not Basement Jaxx, but it sounds different to all the other records, and Paul Oakenfold, of course. But you know what I mean? He's got a garage feel, I'm going to call it.
Yeah, and it's, you know, it's hooky.
Hooky means something dodgy sometimes, doesn't it? I've
Yeah.
been sold something hooky.
Well, maybe we have. And there's a sort of clarity to the lyrical thrust of the song that is absent in a lot of the other slightly more nebulous hits in this chart. This is about this, and that's what the whole song is.
I agree, James. It's got a focus that some of the others haven't. Yeah, right then, nice word.
That's the right word, the focus. It's so Daniel Bedingfield, he wrote this apparently while walking across Tower Bridge. So really the song should be called "I've Got to Get Over This," because you go over a bridge, you don't go through a bridge. Or he should have been walking through a tunnel.
Did you watch the video?
I did watch the view.
This is a very snitty point where we're talking about where he should be walking. Autumn E1 says, obviously he didn't get a permit to film on Canary Wharf, so filming from across the bridge in West India Quay, so Canary Wharf can at least be seen in the background. Thought that was a very peculiar point by Autumn 1.
What? That's ridiculous.
But people are like, isn't it? It's good.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone who contributes to YouTube. Not everyone, actually.
And it's all about, because it's written by Daniel Bedingfield as well, it's, you know, based on his personal experience. Apparently he fell in love with a red-haired American dancer called Gina, but she lived in Leeds. And
How could that make it work?
and he lived in London, and the heartache of the long-distance-ness of that relationship
Right.
led him to write this song, which he wrote it in his house, and he recorded it in his house on his home computer with a microphone, a bit like we're doing right now.
Yeah.
We're like Daniel Bedingfield, and then he tried to get people interested, and they weren't interested. So he spent £1,500 of his own money pressing vinyl copies of it and giving it to DJs.
Yep.
And it got a bit of interest, and Polydor heard it, they signed him, and it goes on to be, you know, a number 1 single, gets nominated for a Grammy. And that's the kind of story you want in pop music, isn't it?
Yeah.
You want the story of the person had the idea for a song based on their own experiences, they wrote it themselves, they put it all together themselves, they get it out there. That's the myth of meritocracy that we want to exist.
Yeah. Shows a tenacity, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Then. Also, it's another, as we've mentioned, it's another song of love, really, like loads of them are in this top 10, essentially. But people give it a different meaning. Got to get through this. I mean, feasibly, if you're watching till the very end of this podcast, you'll be feeling that.
Yeah.
But Edgar's Herrera says, every time I have diarrhea or I'm hungover.
Yeah. I wrote down me when faced with a Viennetta.
It's a song, despite the love nature of it, that got to get through. This is hooky, as you say, isn't it? And you can use it for a lot of context in your life if you want. I always think that's a secret to a good pop song.
And it's a universal human thing of getting through something that you know. It's like it will be better at the end, whatever the thing is. It's a bit like in The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, where she says anyone could withstand anything for 10 seconds. Are we pausing? I think 11. 10, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
If you can get through that awkwardness.
Nathan Garcia, this is good for this era of pop music, says, let's be real, pre-9/11 music rules. I've never heard that as a genre, have you? Pre-9/11 music?
I suppose it must have been, but this is post 9/11. This is in the charts after 9/11, but I suppose it would have been recorded before.
Yeah. All right, then. This is 2 good points, I think.
I mean, that includes this and, you know, the Beatles and Mozart and everything.
Everything, pre-9/11.
Yep.
Or to go the other way, to say I only like music that came out after 9/11. No one's ever said that. Mountain Statement says, my first ex-wife liked this song. And then, there's people very snitty on the YouTube. Awesome Cool says, I wonder why you have so many failed marriages. Maybe because you're always stuck in the past.
Well, we can't criticise that, can we? I've really enjoyed listening to this week. I like the I guess the middle 8 when it comes in.
Yeah.
That bit.
Yes.
It's great. And it doesn't overstay its welcome.
No.
Jerry Halliwell.
Or possibly Shooby Dooby Doo up the way we're going. All right then, yeah. Well, that's a good ending for number 1. We've both been optimistic about this one. And
Yay!
We have got through it. So there we are, James. The charts of the end of 2001. I feel we were a little bit grumpy. Is that our fault or the charts' fault?
We can only play the songs that are in front of us, right? And we have to be honest about what we feel.
Do we have to be honest? Anyway, that's for another one. I loved them all. I thought they were brilliant. What was your favourite?
Well, it's Where's Your Head At is the best by a country mile. But I have surprised myself by how much I have enjoyed the Daniel Bedingfield track, how much I liked the Reaver, Danny Minogue one. Yeah, I really like that. And, you know, I'm going to say If You Come Back by Blue is a good boy band ballad.
Yeah, I'll chuck in S Club 7 while we're here as well. So, you know, that's we've been optimistic at the end.
That's half the chart we just said we've enjoyed.
Who have we slagged off then? Again, Russell Brand.
We haven't slagged them off. We've just said that they haven't been as good. Westlife, Jerry Halliwell, the PPK.
All right. It doesn't matter. As
That's
always,
there are some good bits.
You can listen to all of these records and watch the videos and make up your own mind. I mean, we like to say before June or after. It's definitely after now, but check them out. You never know. You might have either reacquaint yourself something or, you know, find something new.
And our Patreon backers are going to get access to the Bonus Tracks podcast, where we talk about songs that never made the top 10 but are knocking around the top 100, including this week Bored Conan, a 3-time masked singer, Skinny Boys in Jeans, and the greatest cover of all time, ?
I am looking forward to discussing the bonus tracks of 2001, James. In many ways, I liked them a lot. And the ones you chose, I'm really into it.
All right, if you want to listen to them as well, all you have to do is go to patreon.com/ShubiPodcast.
We would like to thank very much the people who bought these records to put them in these early 2000 charts. We would like to thank all the, let's call it boy band and girl band members who are lamenting their broken heart. We'd like to thank all the writers and producers and all that sort of stuff. Mainly, we'd like to thank you very much for watching and listening. We really appreciate it.
And until next time, Shooby Dooby Doo Up.
Bop bop shoe up.